What's good, family? IOBA, my name is TC. So I'm going to get right to it. Now, what was it about? It was a while back. People forget about Jordan Nealey, the young brother that was having a mental health crisis on the subway. And then this super cracker, because that's the name I gave him, named Daniel Penny, came up behind him, put him in a chokehold, and strangled him to death. He had two other guys there helping, but it was mainly all him. And he choked Jordan Nealey to death. And now they're having the trial. It's going into the jury. The jury is deadlocked. Now, the truth of the matter is, Daniel Penny ain't going to do no time. He ain't going to do a day for this murder. He ain't going to do no time. The matter of fact, as I'm looking at it, as I was, researching this video, the charges don't carry a mandatory jail term. So he could walk just on that. But I believe he's going to walk anyway. And that's going to set a real bad precedent. White boys going to be running up on you with that bullshit. White boys going to be running up on you with that bullshit. And if it's going to go like this, it's going to get down to a point where you ain't got nothing to lose. Because if he kill you, he going to walk. If you kill him, you going to jail. But you'll be alive. When Donald Trump got about to take all the restraints off the police department, off the regular armed wing of white supremacy, he about to take all the restraints off of that. Full immunity for the police. So all of the people who are in their irregular forces, people like Daniel Penny, they get many of the same rights. You say, what do white people want? Some of these white people, not all, but some of these white people want. They want the ability to kill you at will, call you out your name, take your shit from you when they feel like it, through lawsuits and asset forfeiture and demonization. They want to do all of these things. And they don't want you to love yourself. And they want to be able to call you the N-word. They want to be able to call you nigga and get away with it. And you better love them on top of all that. That never ceases to amaze me. People can do you so wrong and be so nasty to you and be so unfair and unjust and racist and bigoted to you and everything, and then dare you to not love them. How dare you not love me? You must be an anti-Semite or anti-white or anti-European or something. You too pro-black. I had a lady tell me that shit today. I'm too pro-black. Let me see how pro-black I am when this motherfucker walk away from this murder. When Super Cracker walk out the courtroom, ain't gonna do a day in jail after having choked somebody to death in the front of a whole goddamn train car full of people. And I honestly believe I'm preparing myself for the worst from now on when it comes to these types of things. Because that's what's going to happen. In my timeline, I want to get this nigga's title right. I came across a brother, and he about my age, and he calls himself, the name of his channel is Ask the doctor of common sense. Ask the doctor of common sense. And this dude is one of them black conservatives. You could tell a black conservative from a black leftist like me by the way we wear our fucking goatee. Oh my God. Usually they be clean shaven. Their mouth look like a pussy. But I digress. This dude is on there talking about how Jordan Nealey, how Daniel Penny is some sort of hero or some sort of should be lionized for protecting the people. He didn't use the term hero. I said that. But he somehow thinks that he was justified in killing Jordan Nealey. He thinks Daniel Penny was justified in killing Jordan Nealey because Jordan Nealey was dangerous. No, he wasn't. I remember that story. No, he wasn't. He was I see this shit all the time in my work. I see young men having mental health crises all the time in my work. That's what I do. That's what I deal with. There's all kinds of ways to restrain that young man who probably didn't need to be restrained, but there's all kinds of ways to restrain that young man and not choke him to death. And this motherfucker, asked the doctor of common sense brother, he was also one of them people who think that George Floyd's murder was justified. He one of them kind of niggas. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Back in the day, we used to put it like this. When the revolution come, they're going to wax your ass first. That's what they say to coons like that. When the revolution come, we take care of niggas like you first. I can't stand somebody like that. We're not in a time in our lives, black people, where we can be aligning ourselves with them palm-colored folks. Because they don't want nothing to do with us. They really don't. They don't want shit to do with us. I know we got to do business with people. I know we got to work with people who don't look like us. But that don't mean you got to kiss their ass. That don't mean you got to justify it when one of them kills somebody from our community. It don't mean that you gotta, you as a black person gotta justify the racist and nasty shit that they do. Because like I said before, like I always say, I know these guys. I know these people from that part of the country. The whole country, really, but especially that part of the country, Northeast. And they don't give a fuck about no black people. You call yourself a black conservative, Mr. Ask the doctor of common sense. Doctor of common sense. Well, if you know anything about common sense, motherfucker, you know it ain't common. Daniel Penny and motherfuckers like him, or more motherfuckers like Daniel Penny, gonna be coming out of the woodwork now. Because they think they can just murk black people and pick off the low-hanging fruit and get away with it. I heard a motherfucker on a podcast the other day. Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. Excuse me. Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. I don't even know if they got that shit up anymore, but the Myron guy. The guy from Somalia. The motherfucker that used to work for the Department of Homeland Security. That nigga. sitting up there spewing the most ignorant crap I ever heard come out of somebody's mouth on the internet. Well, almost, because there is Candace Owens. But the most ignorant ass shit, some of the most ignorant ass shit I ever heard come out of somebody's mouth. Why can't we call each other? I'm going to put it this way. He's pissed off because he can't walk around calling people derogatory terms for their ethnic group. He mad because he can't run around saying the derogatory shit to people about their ethnic group. He mad because he can't say that. The truth of the matter is, he can say it. But he'll last all the fucking 5 minutes in whatever group he find himself in. As long as he's sitting in his room, behind his computer, he can say whatever the fuck he want to say. But when he come outside, somebody gonna have at him. It's just that simple. Because he done pissed off so many people. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Use the N-word. Listen. Go ahead. Call black people niggas. Call Hispanic people spics. Call Italians guineas and wops. Call motherfucking Polish people Polacks. Go ahead. Go right down the line. Go right down the fucking line. If you want to. And then go out to the club that night and see how long you last. Bullshit. I personally believe that white people, yeah, you can say nigga, say it all you want to, you're doing it anyway, but you better watch the company you say it in, because there's consequences for that. The goddamn internet is filled with people who thought they could say that shit and get away with it, and found out otherwise. Start insulting just certain things that in this world, the way our society is structured, that you just can't goddamn do. You dig me? It's just certain things you can't do. And that's all right. That's how we fucking function together as a society. We ain't got to be all up under each other. We ain't got to like each other. We don't have to do business with each other. But we only got one motherfucking planet to live on right now. And in the grand scheme of things, it's small as a motherfucker. Getting smaller every day. So if you want to run around and you see somebody who don't look like you, and you want to think of the nastiest thing you can say to them, just so it'll make your day and make you feel empowered, go ahead, say it. But when he bash you all upside your motherfucking head and shoulders, you gonna understand why he did it. And that's it in a nutshell on that tip. So yeah, we got Super Cracker here. He might walk, Daniel Penny. No, like I said, no. He's gonna walk for killing Jordan Nealey. He ain't going to jail. And he gonna make it bad out here for some of y'all. He gonna make it bad out here. There's gonna be some white folks walking around with a well-whooped ass because they thought they could get away with some shit that they really couldn't get away with. At the end of the day, we all got to live on this tiny ass planet together. So we're going to have to find some common ground. Even if that common ground means staying the fuck out of each other's face. I'm all right with that. Especially if I don't have to associate with people who look like me. Saying it's all right to kill other people who look like me. Just because you white. I mean, this is crazy to me. I'm too pro-black, she said. Well, I'll be that. Somebody got to be that. We're the only people not allowed to love ourselves freely. Anyway, I'm going to close with that. This video is 15 minutes long, and that's usually my limit. But it's Friday night. Y'all have a good, positive weekend. And don't be no motherfucking easy target for nobody like Daniel Super Cracker Penny. Alright? Watch your six. Thanks for staying with me and listening to me talk my shit. Hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I will catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.